Howdy folks, and welcome to the grand return of Ask Ian, which is really late in coming and isn't going to answer everything the first go around because I'm lame like that. I'm sorry guys, I really haven't had the time to get to this, but you've been so patient, I figured a little bit now is better than a whole bunch who the heck knows when later. So enough of me blabbing, let's get to me blabbing but with a point. Fiona Fan asks, I don't know if you can talk about this, which is usually a bad sign, but do you know if Sega has shown any interest in using Archie Sonic characters in the Sonic games? No, they have not. Sorcerer Lance asks, considering we're finally getting a comic adaptation of Tails' Adventure, is there any chance of an adaptation of the sorts of other older games like, say, Sega Sonic Arcade? At this point, I'd say it's unlikely because there really aren't that many other games out there that have enough to them to really spin a full story out of it. Sega Sonic Arcade actually has already been adapted very, very loosely in that backup story that ran in Knuckles, I think it was, when Mighty and Ray were in the prison camp as children. Costa asks, is there any information you can divulge about the Sonic Selects, such as the new release pattern, inclusion of miniseries and Knuckles comics, and how they'll be worked in, when we will know more information, etc., etc.? Nope, can't say a thing, sorry. I feel mean doing that. You've waited so long for me to say, Sorry. Okay, Third World asks, okay, can Sally go super? I mean, in the same way Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails and Shadow can, because I seem to remember you saying somewhere that not everyone can go super, but seeing as how she's a princess and all, and once had a mystical connection to the source of all. And also, can she go super in the sense that Sega would actually let you transform a comic-exclusive character super? That remains to be seen. I haven't got into the details, the real nitty-gritty of who can go super, who can't, and why. Sally would seem to be a prime candidate, but I don't really want to confirm one way or the other. In terms of Sega's involvement, I think they've pretty much backed off in terms of what we can do with the with the Archie Sonic cast. I think we got full reign with them now. Scourge160 asks, personal question. How does it feel to be the main writer for over 50 issues straight and basically now the only writer? It's a bit... Wow, has it been 50 issues? It's been more than 50 issues, hasn't it? Yeah, because that's what you just said. I haven't really thought about it, honestly. The time has flown. I'm still loving it, and that's all there is to it. Hermoso asks, how do you plan out the scripts? Actually, to save time, I'm going to point you back to the BumbleKing forums. There's a sticky thread at the very top of the page, or the forum, I should say. It tells you exactly how the process goes through, gives examples of the scripts. All that information's already up there. Melaxmio asks, for all intents and purposes, as I don't think it would need to be covered in the comic, does SBO have dirt on our dear friend Ray? Funny story about that. The original campfire scene in number 212, when SBO is revealing secrets, in the original draft he actually goes around the circle and gives a little bit on everyone, and he says the only person he doesn't have anything on is Ray, because Ray was missing from continuity for 10 years. Remember, Ray was grabbed onto that weird crystal thingy and was in a completely different dimension until Mighty rescued him. So SBO doesn't have anything on him short of he's some kind of weird space-time freak. Pompadour asks, if I recall, you said that the arcs post-Iron Dominion will be much shorter. Correct. We already know that the Wolfpack arc and the Rotor Silver arc are coming, but without going into full detail, could you give us a hint on how long the series of shorter arcs will last before another large arc arrives? We're going to stick with the shorter stuff until, let's roughly say, the anniversary issue 225. And then from there, I don't want to get into too much detail, but let's say we're going to be trying a different mechanic in terms of overall story organization. Fairfield Finder asks, on the behalf of Kegi Mizu, does Fiona know where Scourge is? My answer to that is wait until next year. Chaos, what is that, XVI, that's 10-6, so Chaos 16 asks a long question which I'm going to truncate because it actually violates the rules a little bit, but we're just going to trim it down to any chance of the return of Robotnik Prime, be it in the form of a flashback at least. Flashback, maybe. Return in total, no, never. That Robotnik is gone, completely erased from creation, and I am firmly in the camp saying that if we bring back Robotnik Prime, it's just going to cause more confusion than there already is. Eggman already has an extremely convoluted backstory to him now. Bringing back Robotnik Prime would only make things worse. They're really, when you boil it down, just about the same character. I know there's a lot of people that would want to burn me at the stake for saying that, but that's how I'm treating it, that's how it's going to be in the book, and that's the way it's going to be. Melodin asks, okay, my question is going to sound really stupid. There is no such thing as a stupid question. But does SBO see Knuckles as his best friend, or is there someone else? I think they're very, very close friends, but put this into comparison. SBO went on a personal side mission to investigate what happened to the Golden Hive colony and Charmy's family, and seems very upset whenever Charmy seems to be, a little out of it. Whereas he didn't tell Knuckles anything about the Brotherhood. Alright, that's not totally fair to SBO, but you get the idea. Alright, that was one whole page of questions. Usually I'm going to try to aim for the 10-minute mark, or at least a whole page of questions. Right now I think this is a good place to start. Gets me a good idea on how much time it's going to take me to get these done in the future. Hope this will tide you over, and I'll see you next time.